Hello students, welcome to our channel haneshjave.co. Thank you for your subscribing our channel haneshjave.co, and those who have not subscribed our channel, kindly subscribe our channel for our upcoming videos. Now in this session we are going to study some of the important theorems before starting with the practice exercise number 3.3. Okay, the first theorem on page number 33 of your textbook. The theorem is, if the two sides of the triangles are congruent, then the angle opposite to them are congruent. Now what is the meaning of that? The meaning is the triangle is given to you, triangle ABC, and the thing which are given to you is AB is equal to AC. That is given to you. Now we have to prove angle ABC is congruent to angle ACB. I repeat, angle ABC congruent to angle ACB. This we have to prove. It means this angle and this angle we have to prove. The sides congruent given to you. Now in the previous session we have studied various tests. SSS test, yes, SAS test. That test we are going to use here. Now, first of all, we draw a construction. This is a construction line, dotted line. AD is a bisector of angle A. So here written angle, this AD is a bisector of angle A, BAC means angle A. Either you tell BAC or angle A. So this is a bisector and it intersects at point D on BC. So we get a two triangles. What are the two triangles? The triangles are ABD and triangle ACD. These two triangles ABD and ACD. Now in these two triangles, what we know? We know AB is congruent to AC. AB is congruent to AC. And also we know this angle BAD is congruent to angle CAD. This angle. It is not marking properly. Now we got it, I think so. Angle BAD and angle CAD. And then the next, AD is congruent to AD, means this side. Because this side is common for both the triangles. Yes, correct. So both the triangles are congruent by SAS test. This is not S, this I marked. It is this way. So both the triangles are congruent by which test? SAS test. Now of congruency. Now in the textbook they are given these blanks. So I had written in the activity form. But in exam they can ask me the activity form also or straight away the proof. It depends. Now, so both the triangles are congruent by SAS test. If both the triangles are congruent, it means the remaining parts will also be congruent. Now let us see what we have to prove. Angle ABC and ACB. So what we get here? Angle ABD, this angle. Angle ABD is congruent to angle ACD. Corresponding angle of the congruent triangle. It means CACT. Now instead of ABD we can add ABC. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Because the points are collinear. And instead of ACD we are writing ACB. Same. Meaning is one and the same. Yes. So that we have to prove that angle ABC is congruent to angle ACB. Points are collinear. That only we have to prove here. Hence it is proved. This is called isosceles triangle theorem. The space was not there, so I was not going to written down after that because the space permitted me. So this is called isosceles triangle theorem. Means the congruent side were given to you and the base angles are always given. Always equal, sorry. So if the sides are equal, then the base angles are equal. That is called isosceles triangle property. Clear? Okay. Theorem, that is converse of isosceles triangle theorem. Earlier we have seen here isosceles triangle theorem is a converse. Converse means what? The base angle will be given to you. Let us read the theorem. If the two angles are congruent, then the side opposite to them are congruent. Means here in this triangle, angle PQR and angle PRQ, these two angles are congruent given to you. Now we have to prove PQ is congruent to PR. That we have to prove. PQ is congruent to PR. Same way, here also you draw a construction PM. So this PM bisects the angle QPR. It bisects the angle QPR. So this is a bisector, angle bisector. It means this angle is congruent to this angle. Means angle QPM is congruent to angle RPM by construction. Let us take the two triangles. The two triangles are what? PQM and triangle PRM. These two triangles we are taking. Now in these two triangles, first angle PQM is congruent to angle PRM. Yes, it is given. Now angle QPM is congruent to angle RPM by construction. These two angles are congruent. Why it is given? These two angles are congruent. Why? Because it is a construction. And PM congruent to PM. Why? Common sides. Okay. Then therefore the triangle PQM is congruent to triangle PRM. These two triangles are congruent by which test? AAS test. Okay. So what are the remaining parts? Now what we have to prove? PQ congruent to PR. So हो गया. Segment PQ is congruent to segment PR by corresponding sides of the congruent triangle. So here, when the angles are congruent given to you, the sides are congruent. And here, when the sides are congruent given to you, it means the base angles are congruent. So this is the isosceles triangle theorem and this is a converse of isosceles triangle theorem. Students, now we are going to see 30, 60, 90 degree theorem. Now what it is? If the acute angle of a right angle triangle have measure 30 degree and 60 degree, then the length of the side opposite to 30 degree angle is half of hypotenuse. Now what it means? It means that this is a triangle given to you and this angle is 30 degree now and this angle is 60 degree. It is a right angle triangle given to you. Now you have to prove AB is half of AC. AB is half of AC. That you have to prove. It means side opposite to 30. AB is half of AC means side opposite to 30 is half of hypotenuse. It means अगर ये 10 है तो ये 5 है. If ये 12 है तो ये 6 है. If this is 20 तो ये 10 है. That way you have to prove. It means side opposite to 30 is half of hypotenuse. That we have to prove. Now construction. Take a point D. We are drawing a construction. Take a point D on an extended segment AB such that AB is equal to BD. चलो ये बोल दिया है. This they are told कि AB is equal to BD. Now we will join this DC also. After this you take the triangle ABC and triangle DBC. You take these two triangles. Now in these two triangles AB is equal to DB. Why? AB is equal to DB. Why? By construction. It was an activity question. That's why written in red. Now angle ABC is congruent to angle DBC. Why? 90 degree each. Then BC is congruent to BC. In this triangle BC is congruent to BC. Why? Common side. So both the triangles are congruent by which test? SAS test. Which test? SAS test. So now we can say the angle BAC is congruent to angle BDC. Corresponding angles of the congruent triangle. After this, you take this triangle, this and this. Which triangle? ABC and this DBC. If this is 60, this has to be 65 because both the angles are equal. यहाँ पे प्रूव किया है. If this is 60, this has to be 60. Now, if you take this whole triangle ADC, you take this whole triangle, this is 60, this is 60. Angle A is 60, angle D is 60. तो angle C कितना होगा? 60 होएगा. Why? Because sum of measure of all the angles in a triangle is how much? 180. So we got this angle is also 60. It means this whole triangle is an equilateral triangle. Whole triangle is an equilateral triangle. It means that AC is equal to AD is equal to DC. Because it is an equilateral triangle. Therefore, we can say all the sides are equal. It is written corollary of the converse of isosceles triangle theorem. It means if all the angles are equal, if these all angles are equal, automatically these all sides are also equal. So it forms the equilateral triangle. Now if you see here AB is equal to BD, it means AB is half of AD. AB is half of AD. Construction you can write. Now instead of AB half of AD, we can write AB is half of AC. Why? Because AD and AC are equal. यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है. So we got AB is half of AD. So instead of AB is half of AD, we will write AB is half of AC. This only we have to prove. Hence, it is proved. Now, the theorem here again, if an acute angle of a right angle triangle have 30 degree and 60 degree, then the length of the side opposite to 60 degree angle is root 3 upon 2 into hypotenuse. Now earlier also it was 30, 60, 90 degree theorem that we have proved side opposite to 30 is half of hypotenuse. Now here it is the same of that part only of the वही part है theorem का. But they ask you now कि side opposite to 60 is root 3 upon 2 into hypotenuse. Means this is given that this is a triangle ABC. Angle B is 90 degree, angle this is 30 degree and 60 degree. Now we have to prove that this BC side opposite to 60 is root 3 upon 2 into hypotenuse. It means BC is equal to root 3 upon 2 into AC. This you have to prove. I repeat again, BC is root 3 upon 2 into hypotenuse that you have to prove. This is also 30, 60, 90 degree theorem. In a textbook they have started from here. Because this is already proved earlier when we were proving side opposite to 30 is half of hypotenuse. वहां पे प्रूव किया था. So till here it is same. Till here I mark here. Till here it is everything remains same. So here also we have taken both the triangles. This one. Now here also AB is equal to BD. Construction. Angle ABC congruent to DBC 90 degree each. And BC is congruent to BC, common side. So both the triangles are congruent by which test? SAS test of congruency. Now here also this angle is congruent to this angle, CACD. So if this is 60, this has to be 60. After this, we have proved. It means this is 60, this is 60. So angle C will also be 60. Angle C will also be 60. Sum of the measure of all the angles in a triangle is 180 degree. इसका अगर ये 60 है, ये 60, remaining angle पूरा कितना आएगा? 60. So this is nothing but it is an equilateral triangle because each angle is what? 60 degree. It means AC is equal to AD is equal to DC. AC is equal to AD is equal to DC. Corollary of the converse of isosceles triangle theorem. This is already I taught you. Now, AB is half of AD. AB is half of AD. ये हमने अभी प्रूव किया था earlier proof. It means AB is half of AC. So this AB is half of AC. This please we have to note it down. Very important part. Why? AB is half of AD. It means AB is half of AC. Why? Because AD and AC are equal. तो AD के जगह पे AC भी लिख सकते हैं. So we got this. Now, extension of this theorem. Now in this triangle, which triangle? This ABC. In this triangle, we can use Pythagoras theorem. So what we will get? AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Hypotenuse square. So here instead of AB we are writing half of AC. How we got this one? और उसका पूरा square BC square AC square. Now here what we will write here? 1 का square is 1, 2 का square is 4 AC square. And this we are taking this side directly. So I not written the statement. If you want I will write here. What will come here? 1 upon 4 AC square plus BC square is equal to AC square. And then this part we have shifted that transpose there. So we got BC square is equal to AC square minus 1 upon 4 AC square. Cross multiply 4 into AC square minus 1 AC square upon 4. Now 4 AC square minus 1 AC square is how much? 3 AC square upon 4. So we got BC square is equal to 3 AC square upon 4. Now take a square root of both the side. जब स्क्वायर रूट लोगे तो BC स्क्वायर का क्या हो जाएगा? BC हो जाएगा इज इक्वल टू square root of 3 is not possible. It will be root 3. What is square root of 4? 2. What is square root of AC square? AC. So we got it. BC square is equal to root 3 upon 2 into AC. यही prove करने का था. See, we had proved here. So we can say side opposite to 60 is root 3 upon 2 into hypotenuse. Very important theorem. This we are going to use in our sums. This is called 30, 60, 90 degree theorem. Now students, theorem on page number 36, you can see there. Theorem, if the measure of the angles of the triangle are 45, 45, 90, then the length of the each side containing the right angle is 1 upon root 2 into hypotenuse. In a previous part, just before this, we had seen 30, 60, 90 degree theorem. Now we are going to see 45, 45, 90 degree theorem. Now what it says, what it is given there in your textbook, they has directly started with the proof. Here we are written given to prove and everything. Now what this statement means? This statement means that angle B is 90 degree and angle A and angle C are 45 each. Now what they are asking you, you have to prove that AB, this AB and this BC are 1 upon root 2 of AC. Matlab suppose AB is AC, suppose AC is 6. Suppose AB is 6 and if you want to find AB, it means AB is equal to 1 upon root 2 of AC. It means 1 upon root 2 into 6. So answer will be 1 upon root 2. Are you getting? And this is the theorem which we are going to use in many sums also. But why it is true? Why it is true? क्यों ऐसा बोला जाता है कि AB is equal to BC is equal to 1 upon root 2 of AC? Why? This is the reason. Let us see the theorem now. Proof. This is a triangle ABC is given here. Angle B is 90 degree, angle A 45 degree, angle C is 45 degree. So we can say that 45, this is also side opposite to 45, this is also side opposite to 45. Isosceles triangle theorem. Just previous to this we have learned this isosceles triangle theorem, correct? A very first theorem of this video. Now, so we can see AB is equal to AB. Reason isosceles triangle theorem. You can write here the reason isosceles triangle theorem. So these two sides are equal. Why? Because the base angles are equal. Now, by Pythagoras, now since it is a 90 degree triangle, so we can use the Pythagoras theorem. Now what is the Pythagoras theorem says? AB square plus BC square is equal to what? AC square. Now I written in red. Why this red thing means what? Blanks. It is given there in your textbook. They are the blanks. So I written in the red pen. So AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Now instead of BC square we can write AB square. Why? This is the reason. Why? Because BC is equal to AC. BC is equal to AC. तो BC के जगह पे AB लिखोगे तो भी चलेगा. One and the same. And AC as it is. Now what is AB square plus AB square? It is 2AB square is equal to AC square. Now this 2 we have taken down. Transpose here. It means you will get AB square is equal to AC square upon 2. Now this can be written as AB is equal to 1 upon 2 AC square. Yes, correct. This and this means one and the same. वो 1 को बाहर निकाल के लिखा है. You write this way or this side is one and the same. So we got AB square is equal to half AC square. Now take square root on both the side. As soon as you take a square root on both the side, square कट जाएगा, AB बचेगा. Is equal to 1 का square root is 1. AC square का square root is what? AC. And what is the square root of 2? Root 2. Because root 2 का square root नहीं आता, so root 2. So what is the answer? AB is equal to 1 upon root 2 of AC. That only we have to prove. Now since AB is 1 upon root 2 of AC, similarly BC is also 1 upon root 2 of AC. No need of proving. एक बार this we had proved, automatically BC is also proved. So now we can say that AB is equal to BC is equal to 1 upon root 2 of hypotenuse. Hypotenuse means what? AC here. Clear? So this property is called what? 45-45 90 degree theorem. Yes students, on page number 38, there is one more theorem. That is the last theorem before this exercise. The theorem is, in a right angle triangle, the length of the median on the hypotenuse is half the length of the hypotenuse. It means that this is a triangle, ABC is a right angle triangle. And now this angle B is 90 degree given to you. And BD is the median. We have drawn this BD as a median. Now what is the meaning of the median? Median is a line which comes from the vertex and it divides a base into two equal parts. That is called a median. So it comes from the vertex, it divides the opposite base into two equal parts, is called a median. Now they are asking you that you have to prove that BD is half of AC. It means the median which is drawn from this 90 degree angle to the hypotenuse is always half of the hypotenuse. That we have to prove here. Now how to prove it? This theorem is quite lengthy but very easy. Let us see. First of all, you draw the construction. Take a point E on the ray BD. So on BD we have taken this E such that BDE are collinear, and very important, BD is equal to DE. That is our construction. BD is equal to DE. Now, I am underlining this statement because we are going to use this statement and we are going to join this CE. Now, let us take the triangle ADB and triangle CDE. CDE. It means we are taking this triangle and we are taking this triangle. These two triangles. Now, in this AD is equal to DC given. Yeah, D is a midpoint. Then angle ADB is congruent to angle CDE. Why? Opposite angles. Yes. Okay. And segment BD is congruent to segment DE by construction. So both the triangles are congruent by SAS test. Yes. If both the triangles are congruent, then we can say segment AB is congruent to CE. Yes or no? Corresponding sides of the congruent triangle. Then we can say angle BAD, this angle is also congruent to this angle. Means angle BAD is congruent to angle ECD. ECD. These two angles. Corresponding angle of the congruent triangle. Now, instead of writing BAD, we can write BAC because the points are collinear. And instead of writing ECD, we can write ECA. Yes? Yes. So, BAC is congruent to ECA. Why? Because the points are collinear. Now, AB is parallel to EC. Because if you see here, these angles are congruent and they form the alternate angles. These angles are congruent, we had proved here. Yes, we already proved. That's why these lines are parallel. Alternate angle test. Because they form the alternate angles. So it is written alternate angle test. Now, if you see here, angle ABC and angle ECB, ABC plus angle ECB, they both form 180 degree. Interior angles are supplementary. Since the lines are parallel, interior angles are supplementary. Now, ABC is 90, we know. ECB we don't know, is equal to 180. So, we got ECB as 180 minus 90. So, our ECB is 90 degree. So, we got ECB, this is also 90 degree. Now, you take these two triangles. I tell you which triangles. Wait. ABC and EBC means this triangle ABC and ECB. ABC and ECB. These two triangles you will take. Now what is congruent? AB is congruent to EC from 1. We already proved AB is congruent to CE. So we have written AB is congruent to EC. Yes. And angle ABC is congruent to ECB, 90 degree each. And BC is congruent to BC, congruent, or you can say common parts. BC is congruent to CB or BC. Why? We are written as per the correspondence. BC is congruent to CB. You can see a correspondence. Therefore, again, both the triangles are congruent. Which triangle? Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ECB. By which test? SAS test. SAS test. You can check in this triangle also, ECB. If the triangles are congruent, now we can say AC is congruent to EB. AC is congruent to EB. Why? You can write here corresponding sides of the congruent triangle. Yes, it means AC is equal to EB. Now we very well know that BD is half of BE by construction. BD is half of BE. यहाँ पे हमने बोला था BD is equal to DE. BD is equal to DE का मतलब क्या हुआ? BD is half of BE. Now, instead of BD is half of EB, we can write BD is half of AC. So, BD is half of AC. Why? From 2. See here, where AC is equal to EB. So, instead of EB, we are writing AC. Okay, that only we have to prove. So, it is proved. Now, students, practice set 3.3. Till now, we have completed all the theorem. 30, 60, 90 degree theorem we have completed, 45, 45, 90 degree theorem, and we have done median theorem. That a median drawn from the 90 degree angle to the hypotenuse is always half of the hypotenuse. These all things we have done. Now we will proceed with the actual practice set 3.3. Now here the value, find the value of x and y using the information shown in the figure. And also find a measure of angle ABD and angle ACD. This is a diagram given to you, and you have to find this x and y, and you have to find ABD, and you have to find angle ACD. Very easy, sum. Very easy. How to do? I have written all given and find what we have to find. This is what you have to write in the exams also. Please always write given to find and the solution. Now here, if you take triangle ABC, in this triangle ABC, we know AB is equal to AC. Why? It is given. So, we can say angle ABC is equal to angle ACB. I repeat again, angle ABC is equal to angle ACB. Why? Isosceles triangle theorem. This is also theorem we have seen. So if these sides are equal, the base angles are also equal. So if angle ACB is 50, so this angle ABC will also be 50. Why? From 2 and 3. Now these angles are equal. Why? Because isosceles triangle theorem. Yeah, I am written here isosceles triangle. It should come theorem. Just a minute. Isosceles triangle theorem. So the angles are equal and one angle ACB is 50 degree given. So this ABC will also be 50. And what is ABC? ABC is nothing but X. So we got X as 50 degree. Now move here with this diagram. Down part, triangle DBC, same way. In DBC, DB is equal to DC given. And angle ABC is common to angle DCB. Why? Isosceles triangle theorem. Now we know DBC 60, DBC 60 given. So you will get DCB is also 60 from statement number 6 and 7. I had given you a reference to the statement. You have to write in exam this only, reference with the statement. So here Y will be 60. What is DCB? DCB is nothing but Y. So we got Y here. We got X here. Very easy. Isosceles triangle theorem we had used everywhere. Now we have to find ABD. ABD. What is ABD? ABD is what? ABC and DBC. Do you agree? When you add two angles, you will get bigger angle. Angle addition postulate. Postulate means, what do you mean by postulate? Is an assumption. Assumption means not exactly assumption. It is means axiom. It is also called axiom. It is understood that when you add two smaller angle, you will get bigger angle. Okay, DBC is how much? 60. And what is ABC? 50. From 7 and 4 you can refer here. 7 and 4. See here, 7 and 4, 4. 50 is there and what is there? 60. So you written here 7 and 4. So what is 50 plus 60 plus 50? 110. Angle ACD. What is angle ACD? Angle ACB plus angle DCB. Again, angle addition postulate. Now ACB is 50 and DCB is 60. You can refer with 3 and 8. See here 3. ACB is 50 and DCB is 60. Where DCB? 8. So I written here reasons 3 and 8. So we got ACD as 110. So all the answers we got. X is 50 degree, Y is 60 degree, angle ABD is 110 and angle ACD is 110. Second sum, the length of hypotenuse of a right angle triangle is 15. Find the length of median on its hypotenuse. It's very easy. The triangle, right angle triangle is given to you. They had also given you this is a median. Yes or no? And here they had told you the length of the hypotenuse is 15. And now they are asking you find the length of this median. Very easy. We already know the property. So length of the hypotenuse of right angle triangle is 15. Now what property we know? In a right angle triangle, the length of the median on the hypotenuse is half of the hypotenuse. Yes or no? The length of the median on the hypotenuse is half of hypotenuse. So directly we can apply length of the median of its hypotenuse is what? Half into 15. What is half into 15? 7.5. So therefore here the final answer, the length of the median on its hypotenuse is 7.5 units. Third sum, in triangle PQR, angle Q is 90 degree and PQ is 12, QR is 5, QS is a median and we have to find QS. This QS we have to find. Now first we note down what is given to us. Angle Q 90 degree, PQ 12, QR 5 and QS is a median that is given to us. And we have to find the length of QS. Now angle Q is 90 degree. So in a right angle triangle PQR we can find by Pythagoras theorem. This is PQR. By Pythagoras theorem what we can find? Hypotenuse square is equal to one side square plus other side square. So we get PR square. This PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. Here it is R. So what is our PQ? 12 square. What is our QR? QR is 5. So we get 144 plus 25. The square of 12 is 144. Square of 5 is 25. So we get PR square is equal to 169. Now, take square root on both the sides. So what is the square root of 169? The square root of 169 is 13. So we got this PR as 13. This PR is 13. Now we know the relation between the median and the hypotenuse. The property of the median drawn on the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle. This is a property that a median drawn on the hypotenuse is what? Half of hypotenuse. The median drawn on hypotenuse is always half of hypotenuse. So we can say half of hypotenuse. So what is hypotenuse? 13. For that reason only we found out this one. So that we can substitute here. So half of 13, that is QS is 7.5. So how much is QS? 7.5. And this is triangle PQR. And this is QR. Is it clear? Fourth sum. In the figure, point G is a point of concurrence of the median of the triangle PQR. If GT is 2.5, find the length of PG and PT. Okay, fine. First of all, point G is a point of concurrence. Now, what a point of concurrence for the median? What do you mean by that? Where all the median meet, that point is called point of concurrence. And all the medians of the triangle meet at only one and only one point. That point is called point of concurrence. After this, they are given GT and they ask you to find PG and PT. Now given, I written all the given here. Point G is a point of concurrence of the median of the triangle PQR and GT is 2.5. We have to find PG and PT. PG and PT. Now, solution GT is 2.5 given to you. Okay. After this, there is a very important part for this sum. That is, the centroid divides each median in the ratio 2:1. What is the meaning of this? Suppose this is a triangle. And these are all medians. They intersect at one and only one point. So the median property says it divides in a ratio of 2:1. Means here near the vertex it will be 2 and here it is 1. Near the vertex it will be 2 and here it is 1. So it says 2:1, 2:1, 2:1. Always this point of concurrence divide this median in the ratio of 2:1. That's why we are going to use that property. So PG is to GT is 2:1. Why? The centroid divide each median in the ratio of 2:1. So now we get PG upon GT is 2/1. We are written in the ratio form instead of is to. Okay, now let us substitute the value. PG is here. GT, what is our GT? GT is 2.5. So you can write here from 1. We have got this value from 1. After this, PG as it is, 1 into PG, 2.5 into 2.5 into 2 is 5. So we got PG. So PG we got. Now what is PT? PT is PG plus GT. But PG we know 5 we got here. And GT we know. What is GT? 2.5. So what is PT? PT will be what? 7.5. We added all both. So the final answer, PG is 5 and PT is 7.5.